Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about a spreadsheet that I use to track players, evaluate players, and also build my team out of. This is kind of a version 1.5 of the how to build your team set, but it will be useful for everybody even if you're not building a team set. So like last time on my Google Drive, I have shared out this spreadsheet, and if you pull up the link in the details of this video, it'll lead you here. And this is the spreadsheet that we're talking about, the 9 innings spreadsheets. I've got many versions of this floating around all over the place, so you might have already seen it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do if you want to do any editing in this spreadsheet is you're going to need to make a copy of it just like before. So you'll need a Google Gmail account, and you're going to want to make a copy. It'll copy it to your drive so you can make any edits. Now, basically, I'm going to walk you through some basic spreadsheet functionality. If you're familiar with spreadsheets, it's not going to be anything new to you. Most you'll get out of this video is the fact that there are these players here that you can take a look at and use to help you with your evaluations. Nonetheless, if you are new to this, let me walk you through what I have exposed in the spreadsheet. Some of it's pretty obvious. We have each player, their year, their type, whether or not they're a signature, prime, whatever, team they played for that specific year, positions on that specific version of the card. So you might find like Buster Posey, his positions change over the years. There are several other players like that as well. So if you're looking for a first baseman for the Red Sox, you might be considering Shaw, for example, and there's one year he played third base and there's another year he played first base. So this will help you tune in on exactly which one you're going to be looking for. Now, the rest of the numbers are pretty straightforward. We have the base OVR. This is the OVR of the normal card, and if you watch my other videos, you know this is essential in evaluating players. You need to have this in order to be able to compare them validly against other players. And right now I'm sorted by base OVR. So let's go ahead and sort by player name. Anyways, next column over, average bronze. So also, if you're familiar with my videos, you know that bronzes can have a range of OVRs when compared to their base card, as do silvers, golds, and diamonds. And so what I've done for each of these columns is taken kind of like the median or middle ground on each of those. So if you got an average grade increase to a bronze or a silver or gold, that's what's going to look like. So if you found a 14 Abreu at gold and he was higher than 77 OVR, you know that you have an above average card. Of course, this is for level 1 versions of the cards. Diamond is slightly different. What I did there is I actually used the high end of a free agent or auction, a grade 60 for that, which is the bottom for anything that you would pull out of a combo or a prem pack or something like that. So if you find something higher in diamond, then that's more or less to be expected. If you're lower than that in diamond, that means you're looking at an auction or a free agent, and those are not optimal cards. Moving over, they've got the same thing, but these are numbers for primes. Basically, with primes, we know exactly what their OVRs are going to be. So for this 2011 Bautista here, we know he will always be grade 86 at level 1 as a diamond. Now, the last column over here is max OVR. Max OVR takes into account the 11.4 points of OVR added on top of whatever his diamond is, and then also a set bonus of 5 OVR, assuming you have an all diamond team set. So you'd have to adjust this one accordingly, but this, for the people who are building end game teams, this is the one that becomes useful. You can compare what they're going to look like after they're fully leveled. So now let's get into, oh, by the way, they're down at the bottom, there's a tab for pitchers as well, so you can evaluate them in the same means, or using the same means. You'll notice that some of them have purple numbers. Basically, that means that is an unfinished version of the 17 card. As I fill out the spreadsheet and I add in more players and I get the final numbers, I'll change those purples to black. The other thing is this is not a list of every single player that's out there. This is largely a list of the better players. Not all of the better players, but the better players and then Red Sox, because I was building a Red Sox team. And you'll see, we'll take a look at that further in Building Team Sets Part 2. Okay, now, once again, going back to basic spreadsheet functionality. If you are looking to see what are signatures available, you'd want to filter to only show signature cards. So what I would do is I would click on this little upside down pyramid shaped thing next to type. I'd clear everything and I'd select only signature. Well, maybe I want signatures and primes. I could select 2 of those. And now we're looking at basically premium cards. And probably the thing you're going to want to do is either you're going to want to filter out by the position you're looking for. So we'll clear that and we'll say we're only looking for second baseman. And these are the second baseman I have on record, which is interesting enough. We can either sort by base OVR, and when you you want the highest ones first. You need to sort this one in Z to A order. That'll bubble up the top second baseman I have tracked right now is the 2016 signature of Altuve, and if I want to actually sort by what they're going to look like when they're fully raised and leveled, this is going to largely correspond to the same as the base OVR ordering, but this is what it's going to look like. And notice all the signatures bubble up to the top, and if we add back in normals and all-stars, and we do the same thing, we sort Z to A, we can start to see that our top ranks are dominated by signatures and some primes before we get to the highest of the normal cards. This also gives you a chance to see what the very top end of a normal card is going to be. So if you pulled a Diamond Dozier out of a Prem pack and you saw that his Diamond OVR was above 85, or 87 for example, then you'd know you'd be getting close to 104 for your OVR for him once he's fully max leveled, which is the absolute top end for normal cards. Okay, so that being the case, that largely shows how to use this. If you want to expand this spreadsheet and you want to add additional players that you're tracking, for example, if you're a Mets player and you want to start tracking Mets guys that might not be the best, but you want to track them to know which ones are available to you, what you're going to want to do is this. You're going to want to, you can either go to the end of the list and start adding them, or you can do right-click on the margin over here and do insert one above, and then you can start entering name, the year that they played, etc., etc., what type of card they are, etc., etc. Mets, third baseman. Now, the one thing that you're going to need to do as well, the colored columns are all calculated fields. You don't enter numbers there. So what you want to do is you can copy the formula. I select this cell and either copy. Forget that. All right. Let me show you a different way. Take this, drag it down, press Control D, and what that does is fills the formulas down. I'll drag this range here and then down, Control D, and it fills that range. And I start entering values here. That's not realistic. 57, 67, 66, and 70, for example, and you'll see it'll fill in the rest of the numbers. If I change this to prime is going to tell you what he would look like as a prime. So let me go ahead and get rid of that because that's completely useless. So anyways, add your players to the bottom, fill in the formulas downward, and that's how you can add your own players. Make sure that when you're adding your players, you are adding their base card. You need to make sure you are subtracting everything. If you do not know how to come up with a base card, I recommend you watch some of my other videos. And if you have watched my other videos, take a look at using the player evaluation tool, which shows you how to use this. And once you've come up with the base card, you can take these numbers here. I can copy those, and then I can go over to my other spreadsheet, and I would just paste them here. And that would fill in I would paste them here. That would fill in these 5 numbers, and then you would have to do all the rest, fill in the player name, etc., etc. Okay, so that's about it for the 2 registry pages. The pitchers page behaves exactly the same. One other note, you'll notice there are some blanks in here. I've put placeholders in for signature cards that I have yet to collect data for. That kind of gives me something that I know that I need to actually track. So I know when I find one in the packs that I open that I need to record him, because I don't have the time to record everybody. And other than that, the remaining tabs about my batters, my pitchers, I will show you how I use those when building my own team set and to evaluate things. But for now, that's enough for this video. So I hope you find this spreadsheet useful, and thanks for watching. If you like the spreadsheet and the video, give me a thumbs up. I welcome any comments. If you have requested content you want me to, or ideas that you want me to cover, please do leave a comment. And other than that, good luck with your combos. Hope you pull a diamond soon, and bye-bye for now.